Welcome to Total Schmidt Show. How you doing? I'm back at sea. Here's what you're going to get from the show. It's kind of like quarantine comedy, except I'm not going to be home.
Actually, it's kind of like quarantine comedy and a combination of all the stuff I've done online over the last year or so. There's sketch stuff, live stuff, stand-up stuff, travel stuff, and of course, conversations with others who do the same things that I do on a daily basis.
That's it. That's the whole show. And I'm going to record it all and put it on the intraweb. Sometimes. Usually late. Always late. Maybe. I don't know. And weekly? Nah, maybe. Sort of. Could be.
Either way, sit back. I hope you enjoy whatever the hell it is I put together for this week on Total Schmidt. Hey, it's Tuesday. Welcome to Total Schmidt Show. How you doing? What's going on? Let's get right to it. JC Coccoli from Pittsburgh. I worked with her last week on a ship, and we streamed this episode actually live from Thirsty Cougar in Cozumel yet again. We had a great time. We had some tech difficulties because we were drinking tequila. I'm going to blame it on the tequila. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to say it's the tequila's. It's the tequila's fault. Do me a favor. You know the drill, man. If you watch the show, follow me on the socials. Subscribe to the channel. If you don't watch the show, do everything that I'm pointing at right now. Do everything I'm pointing at. Do those things for me. Follow me. Subscribe to my channel. Helps me out. Tune in. Lots of shows and content here on the YouTube. Most recently, the Jokes on the Water. If you're watching those are clips from the ships, things that are going on when I'm recording live. But let's get right to this. Let's not waste any time. My good friend JC Coccoli, I just met her actually, and man, she was funny as shit. We had a great time, and she was a blast. JC Coccoli, sit back, enjoy. Hi everybody, we're streaming. Welcome back to the show. Guess what? We're having nothing but problems. I have to figure out how to share this link with everybody.
This is really, really hard, I think. A lot of people don't understand that Lenny puts a lot of effort into the. Can anybody hear me?
Yeah.
He puts a lot of effort into this, and he's doing this all by himself. Now, yeah, have we had a mezcal and then 2 beers, steak tacos, and ceviche? Yes. Do I think that is the reason why any of this is going wrong? No. It was going wrong far before any of this hit the table. But his dedication to it, that's what you guys may or may not see. He's making a lot of faces right now. But We're on. We're working. I do. I'm gonna. You know what I'll do? I'm gonna pat the sweat beads off of him, because he's doing such a good job on the Total Schmidt Show. Let me get under his glasses.
Hang on.
He's nearsighted, I think. But you know what? I'll take this time as an opportunity to let you guys know that I am by far one of the most talented comedians that you have seen in a long time. Now, do I think that's because of my life experiences? Yes, of course. But I also feel like it's because of the hand I was dealt. You know, I was born and raised in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Thank you so much for asking, everybody. I'm commandeering his podcast as we speak. Oh, I can hear my voice.
I know, I'm turning it down. There's a solo shot on you now. It's just you. The show's just you.
The show is just me and whatever's being blended behind me.
Oh, and people shifted over. Hi, Ben. Thanks for moving over, man. I appreciate you found the show.
Ben, Jesus
You're a real
Christ.
fan if you can find the show. The train wreck. Trying to make sure.
But, Ben, don't you think this is kind of enjoyable, like, to see what happens behind the scenes?
Yeah, that's why people watch and think is they wait to see how I'm going to screw up next. All right, see if I can fix this. What? Oh, good.
I'm starting my taxes right now while we're doing this. I'm actually going through and organizing my 1099s. I would have done this anyway.
Oh, this is the best. Now I have to confirm it's me with YouTube.
I wouldn't have this any other way. I want you to know. A lot of people are like, "Oh, I've got so much to do in Cozumel. I have nothing but time to watch this Schmidt show go down."
Watch the Schmidt show. This. All right, man. I think we're just about there. Ben, I can't thank you enough for switching over, man. I can't wait to edit the version of the show that'll make it better. Oh, good. All right. Yeah. All right.
Yeah?
All right, man. Hi, Ben. Sorry, her name is J.C. Coccoli.
Mm-hmm. J.C. Coccoli.
J.C. Coccoli. That's the
Coccoli.
right way to say her name. I just changed the name and the title. Everything's updated. As usual, it just took us 30 minutes to get things going, and so we're back. Yeah, it looks. And I think we froze again.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah, I don't know. We'll find out. Oh no, we're still. We're moving on the software.
There's no way that this could be every single podcast for you.
It's not like this all the time.
It's not. This has to be one of the worst, right?
This one. Oh no, we're still good. Oh, we're streaming. Looks like we're good.
How does it make you feel to be stressed out during your podcast, wondering if you are streaming?
I'm stressed out during my podcast. The live thing is a whole new thing now. So.
Yeah, you just started live. Are you gonna keep it?
I like it.
You do?
Yeah, I do. I like it a lot.
Have you checked in with whether or not your guests like it?
I don't know. We'll find out.
That's it.
All right, I think we're on. Yeah.
Con permiso. Oh, never mind. He's that was a busboy.
You can order whatever you want. All right, we should both be back on. I think we're rocking. Yeah, we're on. We're live. People are here.
Con permiso. I'll do it. Una bohemia.
Bohemia.
Yeah. Uno más. You too?
Give a mezcal. I'm good with that. But a mezcal. Have a mezcal, yeah. Put a mezcal. Thank you, man. Yeah, you can take that. Thank you very much.
Sure?
Yeah, I'm good.
It was delicioso.
I'm good. Thank you. Gracias. Hey, all right. Hey, we're live. We're here. We're on. All right, let's try to make a show out of this. Let's just try to do something here. Guy, Ben, thanks for being here. Ben's the only person we have viewing, I think, right now. Let me check and see. Yeah, well, we're on. We're playing. Boom. And boom. Okay. All right, welcome to the show. We're here.
There it is. Welcome to the show. Here, I would like to use this opportunity as a plea for an intern. If we can get a Schmidt Show intern, just someone that could go with Lenny on the cruise ships for $7 a night. You can sleep on Lenny's floor.
$7 a night. That's exactly how much you're going to get.
It really is, right? No. I think that's our discount when we're on ships.
Well, I told her my daughter's got an intern for me now for school.
Yeah, but would she want to come and sleep on your floor?
Oh, well, yeah, but I have to pay for her to be on the ship. It's a whole other thing.
No, but that's what I'm saying. It's $7 a night if she stays in your cabin.
Yeah, plus taxes and shit. I wouldn't deal with that.
I don't know about that. I don't know about the port fees.
Yeah, no, it ends up being like $300 a cruise. Between 3 and 5.
Really?
Yeah, you got to pay port fees and taxes. It's still a great deal. I used to bring them when I first got divorced. I brought them with me on the ship every summer. So they would come every.
Oh, you're taking my beer?
Oh, is that your beer?
Yeah, of course it was my beer.
Ordered another beer. Sorry.
Jesus, he took the whole thing.
There was one drink of beer left.
Of course, but like the idea of you just grabbing it like a.
I thought it was mine. I really thought it was mine.
Men, let's just dive into it. You know what? It's my podcast now. Men are out of their minds. No, just kidding. He's bringing us. Well, he's bringing me one.
No, I'll get you another beer.
Oh, thank you. That's what I'm worried about. No, I'm some dehydrated. I'll get you another 54-cent beer. Thank you so much, Lenny.
I'm glad I can help.
All right, Lenny. What is this podcast about?
We talk about
anything. Right?
We talk about traveling, entertaining, and what we do. Well, you're from Pittsburgh. We cleared that up. You have a Pittsburgh, and you have your own little.
We've cleared that up.
Podcast studio. And this is only the second time I work with you on a ship.
Yeah. Yes. Okay. But it's a 501(c)(3). It's a comedy church. It's 13,000 square feet. So it's not a little podcast studio. It's an amazing opportunity for comedians to come over to Pittsburgh.
It's not like this train wreck where you just plug shit in and hope.
Yeah, but this train wreck this would happen in my. It just would be in a more air conditioned space.
I know, man.
But it's for artists and entertainers to continuously keep creating in a world of online and through visual media and TV and film. It's a unique setup. I've not seen it. It's like a Hogwarts for stand-up comics.
A Hogwarts, I like that.
Yeah, it's so people can come and stay for free. It's called Steel City Arts Foundation. That's what everyone should go look at, steelcityaf.com. When I say everyone, I'm talking strictly to Ben. Ben
knows. Ben will do it.
Ben will do it.
He's a good man. I'm surprised there's not more people here, although they probably ended up. It is 11 in the morning.
I don't think it's about that.
It's what?
I don't think it's about 11 in the morning. And
no, I think it's the time. I think if this show was a primetime show, I'd have more viewers.
I can't see it. So right now, in my head, 300,000 people are watching.
Good. Oh, good. All right. Well, that's why you come across so well. That's why I just see the sadness of one guy making fun of the Bears. That's what I see over and over again. Bears suck. I know, Ben. I know they do. That's what we talk about.
This is why I don't have my own podcast. I can't be heartbroken by material like that. I'll tell you how Lenny and I met for the second time. He came up behind me. He looks like Jon Favreau, which you all know about. Well, when I say you all, I'm talking to your fans that will stream this later on.
Eventually watch this.
Yeah, eventually, down the line.
Right.
Yeah. And right now, we were laughing because he was already determined to get a better cabin than me.
I didn't know it was you in my defense first. I didn't know it was you.
Yeah, so he sent an email prior before he even recognized that a beautiful woman was going into the room. And so his biggest concern was not whether or not the comedy shows will go well, not whether or not he has a hard drive for the Schmidt Show on him. It was whether or not he got the cabin he wanted.
I can't be in your cabin. Your cabin is the worst cabin.
My cabin is by far the worst
on any
cabin.
Shit.
But the one thing about any woman is that we can really fall asleep anywhere.
Yeah. And I will. So
you can?
Yeah.
Oh, you can?
I can sleep anywhere.
Then sleep in my cabin. Not with me there.
No. There's not enough room. There's not enough room for both of us to stand in that cabin.
The Pole and I have been having many conversations.
That's good.
But the travel has been kind of shitty. My luggage just got returned to my house. It was gone for 8 days.
Oh, my God. You had to buy a whole new wardrobe, right? Is that what you said?
I did.
Like a whole bunch of stuff.
I did. I bought a whole bunch of stuff, and that they will reimburse me. The airlines will reimburse me.
What wonderful airline was this that...
Am I allowed to say it?
Oh, yeah. I don't care.
I mean, and that's
Can't
the thing
sue me. Only Ben, unless Ben works there, then it's a problem.
Bear sucks, so does American Airlines. American Airlines was this one, actually. The American Airlines, but it doesn't excuse the behavior of United prior that looked like they punched my suitcase in the face, like Ike Turner style, and then Delta prior to that snapped a wheel off. So it's like, none of it is excusable. It's just
any of the airlines like you, it seems like.
I'm about to take Spirit Airlines because at least they're like, look, we told you we were pieces of shit. We're not trying to be something we're not. We're not masking it behind rewards points. Like, we don't even know who you are when you get on. It's a free-for-all. We literally lift the gates up like you guys are rabid animal puppies. We let you race to a seat. If you don't get one and you get checked out, you get thrown off the plane. More blenders.
I like it. You know when you came and hear him on the thing.
I know.
That's a lie. Ben right now is like, are you guys in a train station doing this show? I don't know if he said that, but.
Oh, wait. I was going to say, because you literally were like, no, these mics, they can't pick up anything. They'll just pick up our voices. But if you guys knew how many pina coladas were being made behind me right now, I think you'd be like, why don't you guys wrap it up?
Yeah, you guys should really finish this up.
Look, we got 4 people now.
Oh yeah, now we're talking. Now we're rocking. Ben, we're on a big ship. I'm not going to tell you specifically what ship we're on.
No, we can't tell you which ship because you know what? All these men, ever since he posted my name.
Yeah, she's getting hit on by every creepy friend I have. Every single one. Every single one.
Are you single?
This is why I can't get women guests on my podcast.
Yeah, well, there's many reasons why you can't get guests on your podcast.
I have to do it when we're on a cruise ship like this when there's nothing else to do.
I
That's
agree.
the best way to do it.
No.
And then people are like, whatever, I got nothing else going on.
It's really important for us to just keep creating, even in this space, because as much as it seems luxurious to other people, which it is, we are looking out at beautiful blue ocean. We had delicious food. We had great steak tacos. We had wonderful ceviche.
Yes.
We don't know the bill yet, but I think it's going to be around $15.
Yeah, it's pretty. Yeah,
Pretty
usually
sure.
I have a third when I bring the right stuff. I have a third camera, and I go walk up and down the street and take shots of the beach.
The idea of knowing that you bring a third camera.
Yes, I got the stuff. I just forget it sometimes.
You think that you would have a checklist, a Schmidt checklist?
I had it all
A
down.
Schmidt list.
You know what it is? I just moved, and all my stuff
That's
is now
right,
in a different place now. So I'm having a hard
You
time
did.
mentally wrapping my head around.
Where things are.
Right.
Absolutely.
So I keep
understand.
forgetting stuff.
Yeah.
That's why I packed it up last night. And I was all proud of myself this morning. Like ahead of I'm like, I was able to get coffee. I go, I'm way ahead of schedule. And I got here and started pulling shit out. I'm like, oh no, you're kidding me.
Yeah, but you didn't have to. You pulled it out this morning, right? You didn't pull it out when you got into your room. Whenever I locked myself out immediately when we came on.
That's true. I didn't lock myself
the
out.
thing is, it's why it's okay is because you and I are very similar. Like I plan things so accordingly, and then I show up and I'm like, wow. Not only I don't have my shit luggage-wise out of my control. I also went over to go knock on his door to see if he was ready to go eat. And I didn't bring my key, and my door locked behind me. So for an hour and 10 minutes, after 8 hours of flying,
locked
out of my room.
It's a very long fucking travel day.
It's unfair travel day. It should be a direct flight from Pittsburgh to Grand Cayman.
There's got to be. I think Spirit's got that, right? Does the Spirit have its direct?
Spirit's like, yeah, if you guys all blow into a cylinder, we can all get there at the same time.
You actually have to hold your luggage the whole way. It's like one of those military planes.
Yeah. Honestly, they get to where they need to be.
It's like you and a goat and a cow and a Volkswagen.
Oh, you know how I feel about goats. If only I had a drink. So parched out here in the local Cozumel area. All right, so I'm taking over your podcast. So this is about travel, entertainment, and there was a third thing.
What, our show? This show?
This show.
We talk about
it's
anything.
our show.
We talk about anything
my
you want.
show.
I talked to Faraz Ozel a few weeks ago. Do you know who he is? He was going to be in the CIA, by the way. We talked about that for half an hour.
I don't think you're supposed to tell people that.
Well, if not, then he's been abducted. He's gone.
What do you think is abducted?
Maybe I shouldn't be talking about him now. Good thing unless Ben's in the CIA.
Ben works for Spirit Airlines, American Airlines, the Bears, and the CIA.
There are other people watching, not commenting. That scares me.
Not commenting, so they're just watching.
I can see
blankly?
how many people are watching, but I can't see how many.
But why does it matter? Don't you want to just be in the moment now that everything's running?
Yeah, we're running like a machine. If I get a comment though from someone like a Patreon member, I always respond to it.
But don't you think like you could check maybe not so psychotically? Maybe you could check like in 4 minutes.
How is that psychotically?
When you went up like this and then down like that and then up like this and then down like that and then
psychotic?
up like this and then down like that.
I think other things are way more psychotic than that.
Really? Name some.
Like if
Murder?
I took off my shoes and walked down the bar right now, that would be psychotic.
Oh, what about if you took off your belt casually without telling me you're about to take off your belt and then slowly look me dead in the eye?
That's weird. That's weird. I'm just occasionally weird.
It is weird. Where is your belt, by the way?
It's with my hard drive right now.
Your belt's in your Why did you take your belt off, by the way?
Because there's more. I just lost a bunch of weight.
Yeah.
So now all of my clothes are falling down when I walk.
Oh, suspenders.
But I hate wearing. Really?
Yeah.
I don't know if that's a good look. I don't even know if I'd like that though.
Well, you haven't tried it yet.
All right, maybe I'll try it. But I like to wear the belt. It's annoying to me. But if I don't wear the belt, my pants fall down when I'm walking down the street. That's psychotic. That is psychotic.
Well, that's homeless. It's less about being psychotic and more about without a home. If you guys could see the way he checks, it's like, you know, when you're like waiting for somebody to respond and you just refresh. It's like, and from a guy who's like, I live in the moment now. It's like, are you? Or do these two people now, look, you've scared two away.
All right, they're gone. You're right. They left.
They fucking
left. But my moment is running. Like, I need a producer. I always say that.
I've said this to you as soon as I sat down 3.5 hours ago. I can't believe.
No, I need someone else to do all the shit. That way I can just hold the microphone and go, hey, guys, what's up?
Okay, but now that you know that you need it, right? You have a responsibility for the Schmidt Show to tell everybody, like, what it's like to this day-to-day. Well, they know this already. They know that this is hard.
Yeah.
But you do it anyway because you love it.
I love doing it, yeah.
Yeah. Why?
I don't know. It's fun. I like it. I like to have a conversation moment. You know, I love to do this show in particular because I love to talk to entertainers who find a way to make a living doing what they love to do.
Isn't that nice?
It's a great lifestyle.
Oh, it is a great lifestyle.
It's really cool to be able, like when I started out doing comedy, I thought if no one knew who you were and you were a comic at 40, that you were a bum.
Oh.
But then when I look at it, I go, no, if you're still working in your 40s and 50s, there's a whole different circuits out there. There's TV, there's ships, there's clubs.
I love not being known.
I do too. Then the longer I do it, the more I'm like, I think it's pretty cool.
I think that we get a lot of anonymity that doesn't happen, and we get to play around with the resources that we have, a la this,
right?
Without it being a heavy-handed, it must be perfect. And nothing, by the way, is perfect. When you watch a stand-up show now on specials, there's like they record that special 5 times.
Yeah.
They're cutting to audience members. They're cutting back to the joke that worked better than the joke before. It's all a mirage.
Yeah, and they're all edited together. You know, it's not one live take. You know what I mean?
Nothing's one live take. No, this is one.
This is one live take.
Live take. This deserves an Academy Award. Excuse me, sir. May I please have a bohemian? It's okay.
And you say mezcal?
Yeah, mezcal.
Yeah, and a bottle of water. Another bottle of water, please.
Okay. Yeah.
Thank you.
And
We're ordering drinks while you guys are here.
Yeah, is that okay with you guys? Is that okay with 3 of you?
I'm
We've
sure
gained
nobody
a
cares.
follower. Maybe they got bumped off and wanted to come back on.
We're kicking back up.
All right, so Lenny.
So that's why I do the show, because I like to talk to.
Where were you born? Where did you get born?
I got born in a small hospital on the south side of Chicago.
A houseboat?
Hospital.
Oh.
No, it was a houseboat, but it was in the hospital. That's the way they set it
I
up.
would have been very excited if you were born on a houseboat.
I know. No, it's just a boring old hospital that apparently isn't there anymore. I just found out. Yeah, it's gone. Somewhere in Chicago.
Oh, okay. All right, so your hospital's gone. My hospital's still there. I was born at Allegheny General Hospital.
Okay.
I don't know how long my labor was, but my mom said that the umbilical cord was tied around my neck, which I did the joke about yesterday, which I think worked for 2 people and didn't work for anybody else.
The 30-hour one, that's the best. That was a great line.
I know, that's a good one.
They're not clapping, they're almost dead. That's hilarious.
Yeah, 30 hours.
Yeah.
Thank you. That's nice. Yeah, they've lost so much blood.
That's it. Yeah, that was very funny. It's hilarious.
Yeah. It's true, because actually when I sit down with a lot of moms and they're like, yeah, it was 40 hours or 50 hours, and I'm like, because I like kids. I think that they're really fun. I don't necessarily want them out of my body, because I have like my pain threshold is I can do it. I just don't want to.
Sure, right.
And there are other women that are like that want it, that always desire it, that they've craved it their whole lives, and then they end up going through 55 hours worth of labor, and their kid comes out. For the first 5 years, they're really nice, and then on that 8th year, they're like, "You bitch." And I don't think I'd be okay with that.
Yeah, no, there's a whole resentment thing. Well, even from a father's standpoint, when a kid talks back to you, you're like,
I made you.
I don't need this shit. And you're like, whoa. I'm a 19-year-old. They paid for everything you own up to this moment in your life.
Feels personal all of a sudden.
It does. You're like, you never let me. You're like,
yeah. You're like, I could have done so much more.
You want to talk about what I could be doing right now? Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I think I couldn't be a teacher, or a parent. But I have a material I talk about is I'm very fascinated with fostering. Fostering seems like my alley and more my path.
Yeah.
Like there are a lot of teenagers that don't have homes, that a lot of kids get adopted when they're young babies or they're toddlers. That's all groovy. But I'm looking at like the 11, the 12, the 13-year-olds, 14, 15, 16 that just need like a landing pad.
Yeah.
Or a place to like be a teenager in.
Right.
And I feel like my personality is good for that. Like an angry teenager that runs away, I would love to chase that. Find them, bring them back home and be like, I love you.
You would?
Yeah. I really do feel that way. That's what I am, the challenge of it. But I want them to have a nice landing pad so they can live well in the future. It's not necessarily like my kin. I don't care about my kin.
Right.
Because I love my dog so much. That's not my animal. It didn't come from me.
Well, it's kind of like it just being there and helping someone. You know what I mean? I taught kids for a while. I taught comedy and acting and stuff. And
You
worked
did?
with kids. Yeah.
Are any of you guys here?
What, no, they're not. Just
Kidding.
Ben. Ben's one of my students.
Ben, even if Ben wanted to leave, he couldn't.
No, he's
the
gotta be
obligation
here.
is so
he's
strong.
Stay now. Yeah, he can't go anywhere. He knows he's keeping the show alive.
Yeah, just Ben.
He's a good man.
He's a good man.
I like Ben. I buy my Girl Scouts cookies from Ben's daughter.
Do you? Which ones do you go for?
Well, they used to be called tag-alongs, but now they're called peanut butter patties or something.
Is that the chocolate?
With the peanut butter in the middle?
Why did they change the names? Gracias.
I don't know. They changed the names to a few of them, too, I think. They used to be Samoas.
Samoas, but
and
now that they're Cherokees?
Yeah, no, I think they went the other route with that. They're called almost what they are, coconut something or whatever.
Yeah, keep it simple.
I think they're sticking to the ingredients.
Thin Mint.
You have to.
Thin Mint was always Thin Mint.
Yeah, they never changed Thin Mint.
They never changed the name of that. They went crazy with the other ones.
Well, no one, because someone could complain about everything else.
Who's complaining?
Like anyone, like I do, like I have a bit I do about my daughters talk about names, but you brought
Do you
up
want
a
some
bit.
beer?
No, I'm good. Thank you very much. I wouldn't want to take your beer. You did a bit about the millennials changing all the names.
Yes.
Yeah.
Spagoot.
Yeah, which is disgusting.
It's disgusting
It is
and
disgusting.
the most true thing. It's
But-
so insulting, isn't
but,
it?
Yeah, it is. But you're right. They've changed names to make them worse than they are.
Yes. And then they
So-
do it behind our back, and
Right.
we're like busy working, and then I come back
And you
and
say
I'm like,
something. My daughter's like, you can't say that. I go, what do you mean I can't say
Yeah,
that? I've
I
been saying it for
just-
35 years.
yeah, and they're like, no, it means this, and it's like,
I go,
well,
no,
it
it
meant
doesn't.
that.
No, it meant a hut in my backyard before.
Yeah, and now
Not
well,
anymore, Dad. Now it means a boil on the inside of your vagina.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
you're like, what? Whoa.
Yeah. Well, that was what was heartbreaking. It was like a 3-page file.
Right.
I was trying to get a vanity plate. My dog's name is Spaghetti and Meatballs. Spagoot is what we would always say, like, hey, get some spagoot in you, like, get some
Right.
pasta in you, get some. That was just our family's phrasing.
I want to know who renamed it.
Or it's at the top. If you Google it now, it's at the top of the Urban Dictionary, which is the Bible now.
Sure. Yeah. Right. Yeah. Yes.
It's become the new Bible.
Yeah. I go there constantly because I know I'll say something, the girls will laugh.
Yeah.
And I go, what did I do now?
Yeah,
what did I do?
Yeah, but it's offensive because it's like they're taking all the words. Like spagoot, how many times was that on someone's plate? Pasta mixed inside vaginal fluid and then eaten. How many times did that happen in order to get it to the top of Urban Dictionary?
Yeah, that doesn't happen once and you shoot to
and
the
then you shoot to the
Although
top.
in today's culture, it's not the mass; it's the small few that change and push the culture
But the fact that the
envelope, or
Pennsylvania
cancel culture.
DMV knew about it.
It's true.
Do you know
you
what
think
I
they're
mean?
like LA and New York could be ahead of that?
Yeah, they'd
Right.
be ahead of it, like, oh, we're shutting it down. And that's the thing is what I was getting upset about is like BDE is around every car. BDE, big dick energy, big dick energy.
Right.
My aunt goes, well, what if his name was like Bill, Dan,
Right.
Echo?
Right.
And I'm like, okay, the odds of his name being Bill, Dan, Echo, and he's not trying to say big dick energy on his like Subaru is very rare.
Right.
But Spagoot is out. So I changed it to Hot Dog.
Hot dog.
Hot dog. H, because she's a wiener dog. I put
Okay.
I put in weenie, but I know that's going to get denied.
Right.
Then you do a second one, hot dog, H0T-D0G.
Okay.
And then the third one was sketty. Like
Okay.
spaghetti, but sketty.
Okay. Oh, right.
Either
okay.
way, I want my $85
Sketty?
back. Yeah.
I love that sketty.
Yeah, sketty would be kind of cool.
Sketties. I think that should be what my daughter used to call spaghetti.
Yeah, that's what every kid
Right.
usually. It's a sketty.
Sketties. She threw an S to the end. On some sketties.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah.
My
whatever.
my dog now gets along really great with my little like cousin nephew. He's the same age as you. He's like a younger kid, but he's my cousin. And he says spaghetti and meatballs names by going sketty. And it's very sweet.
I like it. That's good.
And that my sound?
Yeah. I like sketties. Look, we're still rolling. We're good. All right.
I like that you're never getting your mezcal. They're like, he's hammered.
That's okay. I probably don't need the mezcal.
You probably don't, but I'll share it with you.
I'll have a 8:30 show.
Do you?
Yeah.
Just kidding.
I do. And I'll go back and take a little nap before the show's over.
Oh yeah. I'm gonna tuck you in real big.
Yeah. I'm gonna sleep hard.
My
up,
I went out with Fun Squad yesterday. I went to go and check in with the Fun Squad. I helped clean headphones from the silent party.
Wow. Did you really? Look
Yeah.
at you, Brownie.
No, I just
No?
like to sit with them because they're my friends.
Right.
But they have ungodly tasks
Right.
like cleaning
Yeah.
the headphones. So I was just cleaning headphones with them, but while we were laughing.
Right.
But that was also to keep my adrenaline from peaking. I can't go right back to my room.
Right after a show? No, I know. I can't go right to sleep.
I
usually.
can't go. I
Right.
can't. It's not possible.
Right.
Because you're trapped. It's not like you can just like go for a walk. Or you're
Right.
like it's like the walk is the promenade or the walk is the upstairs.
Right.
And I need to release it in order like what you saw on the Instagram was that was the back end.
No, it had to be. Well, you can't just do the whole because of all the energy from the show and then go sit in that little cabin and you're just like. You know what I mean?
Wi-Fi,
Oh, you're the best, my friend.
and the Wi-Fi's not
Ricardo,
super.
right? Ronaldo. I can't roll his R on my R's.
Ronaldo.
Is there a way to Ronaldo? See, that's him. There we go. He's got it.
Ronaldo.
You're right. You're right. He's a good salesman too.
Yeah,
See how he
he's a
does that?
He's like, you guys are so drunk. These cameras aren't even on.
Yeah. You guys, we unplugged you guys an hour ago.
I'm using your limes with yours. We unplugged
right
you
ahead.
guys. We unplugged you guys
That's
an
an orange,
hour
by the way.
ago. I know.
Okay. I thought you said lime.
All right. Well, I did say lime, but
Yes.
yeah. But I know it's not. And I
Want to
don't
make
know
sure
if it's.
you're not throwing a lime in your beer. And
No,
you're
I'm
like,
doing this to like leak the juices of the salt into my beer. I'm not trying to get it down, you know?
Right.
First of all, back off me, focus on yourself.
Back off
Okay?
what?
Back off me, focus on yourself.
I am focusing on myself right now.
Hey,
All right. Looks like we're rolling. Here.
why you're not gonna
Cheers.
the michelada. That drink it's just a tomato juice.
I think that's my last Michelada
Oh yeah,
today.
you wanted water, right? But this
Yeah.
is sparkling if you want some.
Can I have a sip of that? Do you mind?
Are you guys just watching us share things
Watching
right
us
now?
share stuff. this show we're just talking. Oh, this show's really just lunch. Really is all it is.
Yeah, but that's almost the better part of it. It doesn't have to actually be something.
Right.
If the audience could see how beautiful it is, which I do think it's beautiful, right? It is.
What?
Pretty. It's pretty outside.
It's beautiful outside. It's not. Every once in a while, it rains here on the way back when you go back to the ship.
What do you mean rains?
Rain, like rains. You ever get caught in the rain going back, walking up that dock? Like when you go back to the ship?
Rain?
Rain, like rain. You know, rain, water falling from the sky.
Yeah,
Are you familiar
I don't
with
like
it?
Here
Happens
in
a lot.
Cozumel?
Yeah, it happens almost all the time when I go back to the ship. You're walking back. Sometimes you walk back to the ship and it pours. You get stuck in that rain because
Oh,
it's a long
really?
dock to walk up.
It is a long
know what I mean?
dock. It's not as long as Amber. Is it Amber Cove? I feel like that one goes for like.
Well, or Progresso. Have you ever been to Progresso? But you
I
got
don't
to take
think
a
I've
bus
gone
off
up.
that one. They will, I don't. I think you can walk up it, but it's like a couple miles.
Yeah, I
It's long.
sleep through a lot of ports. My mom always asks, "Do you get off? Where do you go? What's your favorite place?" And I'm like, it's a lot of work
Yeah,
to get off.
yeah.
It's not just like, oh, you can walk out your front door. It's like you have to mentally prepare for like questioning at the back end right when you get off. You walk a bit. It's not that hard.
Plus, you
but-
got to be in touch with back on board time. Where am I going to go? Do I have the right money with me? Small bill, all of it. Like, there's a whole bunch of stuff.
I always take the same credit card, American Airlines credit card,
There you go.
because I know that regardless of how bad they are in the skies, on
They're-
land they're okay.
They're a good credit card company.
They're a
Okay.
good credit card company. They never shut it down. Anytime I use their card, when I travel, every expense goes through.
You
Whereas
think
I
they
feel
wouldn't
like
lose your luggage over that? That would should be an alarm that goes off. That goes, we can't lose her luggage.
someone did mention that I should air tag my luggage.
Someone just told me about that.
But what's the point? I knew it was in Bonaire.
Yes, true.
Like, what's it going to do? It's not like the air
Because
tag
I
bring
guess
it.
you know on your phone, right?
But, like, they could pull the air tag off and it could just be sitting there. It's like, it's not really that beneficial. If it exploded after 3 days, if someone tried to open it, that's worth it.
Right.
Like, if you try to open my luggage, the air tag.
Like a bank robbery? Like
Yeah, like a bank robbery.
The
It
die pack?
implodes.
You have a die pack in your luggage?
It takes out anyone
They
in
open
a
it.
50 feet circumference.
They inspect your shit at the airport. Some guy's covered in
Everyone-
blue ink.
dead. Yeah. That would be a fun.
This one's
prank.
okay.
Yeah.
Send you on your way.
But it is true. They go through your shit way too much. I've kind of hit this place now where I don't know if I'm becoming like an airport comedian, but like the one that talks about the airport so much.
Right.
But it's sort of what we know the most.
Well, it's hard
about.
not to because we do it all the time. And it's easily the biggest pain in the ass, I think, for all of us.
And it used to not be.
Right.
That
Right.
I think is the hardest part. I got into this business because I was excited to fly all the time.
Yeah.
Straight up entertainment. I was like, I can't wait to fly all the time because back in it was like huge planes,
Yeah.
great service, double deckers. There were people.
Remember they used to do meals and stuff, too?
meals,
Remember that?
Smoking cigarettes in
Every-
one section.
In
You'd
one
go
section.
up to like,
There's no section.
you go up to the top, and I'm like, I was young enough to be watching.
I remember
and have
those
fun.
bars they had. It was
Round
almost like
bars?
like a hotel
It was
atrium.
absolutely like an atrium. It's
Right.
surrounded like this, and you'd go up, you'd have a cocktail, You meet other guests.
Yeah.
It was enjoyable, and now it's
and
like
people
this.
were nice too. Some people act like animals on planes right now.
They have animals?
No, well, people act like they just had they had to land a plane the other day because some woman just rushed the bridge because she couldn't get a drink.
It's not a bridge. It's not called the bridge.
No, the bridge. That's what it's right. Or the cockpit.
The cockpit. The bridge is on a ship.
I think you're wrong.
No, I am not wrong.
I know
It's
you're
called
right.
the cockpit.
Right. She rushed the cockpit. She rushed the cockpit. She wanted to get a drink. She wanted to get a drink.
She wanted to get a drink, and she rushed.
She somehow found her way into the cockpit and complained that she wasn't getting a drink. So they immediately landed the plane and had this woman arrested. But these are the type of people that fly all the time now. People, you know what bugs me more in a plane? Really, honestly, no shoes and socks. That's disgusting.
Well, here's my thing: is I always wear fresh socks, fresh shoes. But then, whenever I'm getting cozy, I take my shoes off with my fresh socks, and I have a blanket, so I don't leave my socks just out.
All right, that's not bad.
I'm sorry. I put a blanket over and I cozy up.
But people that sit in the bulkhead with their feet up on the wall, that's disgusting.
Well, it's because you probably think that they have dirty feet.
They're just feet. They're just feet.
That's your thing. Is you don't like feet.
I like
it's
feet.
not. It's not a matter of whether or not that it's no shoes or no socks. It's like you don't trust the person's cleanliness.
I think they're an animal.
Yeah, they think they're an animal. But whenever you travel as much as we do, cheers. At least I have the decency to cheers you every single time. Schmidt is Schmidt. You're not Italian, though you have Italian tendencies. Are you Jewish? Are you Northern European?
German.
You're German.
Schmidt is German. I'm German-Irish.
German.
And
Oh, yeah. I can see the Irish in you right now.
Too.
Oh, yeah. Your skin is as porcelain
I'm
as
very
the day
Irish,
is long.
Yeah, I'm totally Irish skin guy.
I like that they keep taking the napkins I'm using as coasters.
They're quick.
They're thorough, but this used to be very high up, and now it's very small.
Been going through them? No, I've been going through them.
Blowing through them.
They put way too much Worcestershire in their michelada mix.
I would argue that it's because of the fact that it's been sitting there for 6.5 hours.
That's probably it.
Yeah, and if you want more beer, I'm right here for you.
I'm think I'm done drinking that michelada.
Yeah, you should have been done drinking it a while ago. Oh wait, I want to go back to talking about airplanes. So,
good, because I had a question first.
Go ahead.
Have you ever been waiting for your luggage and have some of your stuff come through? Have you ever been standing there and see a shirt and go, "That's my shirt"?
Oh no.
Okay, I've had that happen.
No.
Yeah, they broke my bag on American once, and everything came out in pieces. And I was like, "Oh my god, that doesn't look good." And the bag comes down, looks like someone had beaten it up. Right.
I just feel like there's, and I went on the Department of Transportation website because, I like saying Pete Buttigieg. I like saying that name.
Okay.
So now that I know that he's the
everybody
Department of
says that name now.
Pete Buttigieg. Tell Pete
Doing
Buttigieg.
a great job.
He's
I want that job.
Yeah.
Good call. That's a smart move.
I do not want that job.
That was the worst.
It was the worst job in the entire world. When I went on and I read the small details, the small print of lost luggage, the small print of a hotel room delay, a small print of, just so I can know what people accept because they don't know that there are laws.
Yeah.
And what they should receive.
Right.
If you are knowledgeable to what you're supposed to receive.
Yeah.
And I would argue that it's like a Karen in the sky. You're basically saying I know that you're not supposed to give me $50. That's the minimum.
Yeah, that's right. That's the old.
You could give me up to $1,500.
Yeah, it's like $1,700 something for that old.
$1,750.
Right.
The international thing. I know, but $3,800 for domestic. If you lose your shit, up to $3,800 is the max. The max for them for international is $1,750. International, the max. They could go over if they want to, but the max they are responsible to pay is $1,750. And it doesn't make any sense because domestic, I need less shit when I'm in the States than when I do when I'm out of a country.
Right.
Point is, I'm going to take this to the fucking grave. I'm going to keep going. I will not stop until Pete Buttigieg.
That sounds so mentally healthy. I'm hanging on to this forever.
Pete Buttigieg
Well, the same
and
thing
I.
when they do the voucher thing, like when they do the voucher thing and they offer you we'll give you $400 if you give your seat away.
they're supposed to give you.
Well, they can give you as much as $1,500.
Yeah.
That's the most they can go.
Yeah.
So when they go, we can only give you $6, and you go, well, then I'm not doing it.
Yeah.
Because there was a big problem. They got into a new issue where they were forcing people off planes.
Ooh.
And remember they dragged a guy off a plane a couple years ago? There was the Asian doctor, that one guy. Did you ever see that video?
Oh yeah,
but
they dragged him off because of a.
No, it was overbooked. It was simply overbooked, and he was.
And he was like.
And they said they were literally telling people you have to leave, and they're like, no, I don't, and
they dragged him off.
They couldn't get away with that.
Did
and they did
it. What airline was that?
I believe that was American. I believe.
This is what I'm trying to say is I really feel like there's something.
Check that.
What did?
I'm good. I'm gonna fact check that.
Yeah, fact check it.
This will take an hour.
Why don't you not? Hey Siri.
Look, it's so much better at the thing.
That dragged an Asian doctor off the plane.
I would still be typing in. How do you spell plane?
Yeah, but to be fair, it didn't even respond. Siri, she's so temperamental. I don't even. This is why I switched to a South African man. If you had a producer, they would be doing this right now.
They would. I need my own, whatever. Everybody I know with a successful podcast has a producer. I guess that's not really true. My brother's podcast does pretty well.
I would say maybe some of your listeners would know, but there's only one of you.
I think he's still here.
Okay, wow. Hey, this is really close to home. Are you ready?
Yeah.
On April 19th, 2017, at the Chicago O'Hare International Airport.
Yes.
4 paying customers were selected to be involuntarily deplaned from United.
Oh.
To make room for 4 dead-heading employees.
Oh, right. Okay.
What's a dead-heading?
Deadhead means you're going from one airport to you're going back from a trip. So if you work the United flight from Miami to Chicago, you got to get home to Miami. You deadhead back. They use the same reference on ships.
So they kicked off paying passengers to get people home from work.
Right. That was a huge, and you don't hear about it much anymore because I'm sure United paid through the nose for it because they got sued by a couple of those people, and rightfully so.
I would literally be like,
I would lose my mind. I would lose my mind. I was like, I paid for a flight, and I'm going home to see my family, and
you're pulling me off and telling me that I would take the next one
because you can't get your employees home. Yeah,
I would love to see this as a live play.
That'd be a great play.
A Vietnamese American, a Dr. David Dow,
That's the guy. They dragged him literally off the plane.
Vietnamese American who was injured when he was dragged.
He was on his back, and they grabbed him by the feet. And they were dragging him through the aisle.
A pulmonologist politely refused to leave. He did politely refuse.
Yeah. The whole thing's on video. I've seen the whole video. He's real nice at first.
In the process of removing him, the security officer struck his face against an armrest, then pulled him apparently unconscious.
Yeah. Yeah.
Past rows of onlooking passengers.
Yeah. Yeah. Can you believe that? Can you believe that airline's still in operation on some level? You know what I mean? If you think about how's that to treat it? And that was involuntary. Again, this had nothing to do with he couldn't pay enough.
We need to get Dr. David Dow on the podcast.
I would hate to.
Because talk about a Schmidt Show.
I would hate to ruin his time. He'd be here for 20 minutes. I wouldn't be able to plug it in. Yeah. He would drag himself out of here.
We would bring.
I don't have time for this. Somebody grab my foot and get me out of here right now.
He'd knock himself unconscious.
Slam.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm appalled, and I feel like it's gotten worse, and I only talk about it because I want people to go on intergalactic journeys down the line.
Right.
I think we're going to hit a place now where it's not just going to be earthly travel. It could be moon. It could be other planets. It could eventually, in 200 years, when you and I are past and gone, the young kids may be able to travel planet to planet. Is Pete Buttigieg equipped to get us from one galaxy to the next?
He can't get us from Indiana to D.C.
Yeah, but also, who wants that route?
Yeah, that's true.
I'd rather walk in the desert.
If you fly Spirit, there's 3 layovers. That's horrible.
You know what, though? If Spirit wanted to sponsor this podcast and lean far into Schmidt Show, I feel like that would not be a bad
This would
pairing.
be the perfect podcast for them to sponsor.
But the thing is, as bad as they are, they admit it.
Yeah, they know.
They're not playing this game like, welcome, you are our top priority.
Yeah.
Sit back, relax, while we talk the entire fucking time.
I do. You know, the one thing that I will give them a huge credit for, if you're going from L.A. to Vegas and you're just going for the weekend, it's a pretty good deal.
It's a 14-mile flight.
You bring a backpack with you. You're there 20 minutes. It costs you $8. And
when it comes to short travel, everyone's
equipped.
The best. Right, that's not
true.
the problem.
Yeah, anybody can handle that.
It's not. The problem is not 40-minute flights and like from LaGuardia to Pittsburgh.
Right.
Nothing off without a hitch.
Right.
I'm in first class every single time.
Right.
They treat it like we've given you a first class flight. No, because no one goes from
no one's on this
LaGuardia
flight.
to Pittsburgh.
I'm the only person in first class.
It's literally there are 6. And that's another thing. There are 6 first-class seats now.
Right.
6. There used to be 50.
Plus, that's the first class without the fancy meal and shit. That's the one where they come out with the basket of chips.
Absolutely.
And,
They're like, do you want a biscotti? That stupid fucking biscotti cracker? And I'm like, I would rather die and eat my own arm.
By the way.
Of course you do.
I know.
Everyone. That's why you're keeping them in business. I'm a salty person. Like, okay. I want pirate's booty. I want what we have on Crew Bar. I want everything that's available in Crew Bar available on the ship. Right. I mean, on the plane. But, again, I'm happy to, and that's the thing is they'll go like this, but you got there safely. You got there safely, didn't you?
Don't tell me that. Yeah, I hate that as an excuse. Like, that's like anytime you travel anywhere. Like,
yeah,
that's probably that's really number one.
That's
right up there with oxygen, by the way. Breathing. Well, you're breathing, right? Yeah,
I'm breathing, but it doesn't
so
mean
are
that
people in a coma.
Yeah. Shout out to Dr. Deo, who's still in his.
Yeah, sorry.
He's still in his coma. I don't know. What would your alternative be? Would your alternative be trains? If trains were faster and trains had elegance.
I didn't mind a train. I took it earlier this year. Brought my daughter, my youngest. I said, let's do it.
Why are you pointing at me?
Because you're on the show. I do that. What am I supposed to do? I want to make sure I'm talking to you. I don't want to. I could be talking to that guy. You don't know.
There's no one there.
By the way, Ben has questions. We have to answer his questions.
Oh, my God. Ben, go.
Is she... Is she
single?
She's one. You're one of the better comedians I've had on in a long time. There we go. That's what Ben said.
Ben.
There we go. Yeah.
Ben, that's really thoughtful.
And Ben watches everything. Ben watches all kinds of stuff. So.
Ben, do you feel like that's because we have a great rapport? Because I think that's what Lenny and I have.
He also wants to know if you're single, and says Lenny tells me I should date a comedian.
Hold on.
He's trying to hook us up, I think.
Wait, no. Does he really want to know if I'm single?
He says, Lenny, is she single? And then says, you should date a comedian.
You should date a comedian, first of all. Thank you.
But we had this conversation. We were talking about this earlier because every time she posts anything on social media.
Every time.
It could be with the guy that told you the thing about the script.
Right,
That's the best.
It's a guy said, I just saw you on a cruise ship. I saw you performed, and I was curious about your background in writing. I wanted to know if you take pitches. You saw me perform, and now you're curious about writing, and you want me to take pitches. But it doesn't beat the "Are you single?" which happens every single time.
You get that all the time, yeah.
But even if I am, which I am, by the way, I'm always gonna be single. I have no problem being single, but that means I date many men.
Right.
Just nothing's exclusive. What's it to you?
Yeah.
Like, what are you? Not you, Ben. Obviously,
Yeah,
Ben. What a nice guy.
Yeah,
I know
Ben
you.
We're not talking to you.
Yeah, we're not talking to you. But
Ben's
like,
a pro. He knows how the show goes.
What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do about it?
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you yes. And what's the next? What's your next step?
Well, that's what's funny to me. It's such a creepy and weird move for any guy to just find something on social media and go, "Are you single?"
Are you
like
single?
Someone's going to respond and go, "Why? Yes, I am."
Yes, I am. But also, what are you going to do about it? Are you going Friday
Where are
night?
You? Yeah.
Where do you live? Why? I'm so curious. I can't wait to be kidnapped. You're a stranger on the internet.
Yeah, these obscure.
I wonder sometimes if it's just like they just want to know, like, if I were to wait outside your house and take you, would anybody miss you?
That's so they're putting you on if penciling you in for a kidnapping kind of thing.
Are you in to be taken, or will somebody track you?
Like if you were missing for a couple of weeks, would there be a posse?
Do you have an air tag on you?
Yeah.
It's basically, would there be a posse?
If you were lost and not your luggage. Well, men get the other thing around. Like I'll get.
What do you get?
Blind messages from women on Instagram.
What's a blind message?
Blind message means someone I don't know who it is, but it's like it's someone they're like in their 20s, like gorgeous. And it's like, hey, I'm in town for the night and I lost my friend's number. Is this Fred? And you're like, you're supposed to go, no, it's not Fred. Oh, okay. Hey, what do you do? It's an opposite scam thing. So like they send whoever it is.
So you only communicate with scamming.
No, I don't communicate. I see the message come in.
That scam?
It's just you get them all the time.
Back.
Oh, Ben said you should do a show with her once a month. Oh, we have a good chemistry. Oh, you were right. We do. Okay, there we go. Oh, and then he says he's just helping me out. I know, Ben. Thank you, man. I'm not making fun of you in any way. I appreciate it.
Ben,
awesome.
He's doing just fine where he's at right now.
Yeah,
he needs to pull some shit together, and then we can talk about the next steps. One is the Wi-Fi and his hard drive, both inside and out.
All I know is this show crashed, and I got it running again after 5 minutes. And we only have one viewer because Ben was the only guy I could get the stream link to.
But you'll see in the beginning who. But you did put it up on your Facebook, and right now everyone on your Facebook is going, I cannot log on to this. You should check on.
I should check the Facebook.
Because you know you
But
have.
I would know from this. There's two.
Really?
Somebody else is watching this. Oh, both those viewers are me, by the way. I just realized that.
Stop.
Yeah.
So
There's
now
two
we're
viewers.
watching
I have one
ourselves.
here and one on the phone. Oh no, one. Yeah, and Ben's here. Oh, unless Ben left. Oh no,
So,
because it's the same account.
While you're working on this, I want to tell the audience, the fan base for the Schmidt Show, that I quit cigarette smoking back in 2017. Never picked it up again. This is non sequitur, by the way. There's no connection to this whatsoever. It's just on the top of my head. And when I got back working on ships, these young kids have been vaping, and they're vaping like pina colada cigarettes and strawberry mango. And I thought I was in a safe place by taking a few hits back in 2022. And then I got addicted to vaping. Now, I'm not proud of this, but I have recently stopped vaping cold turkey using my inner mantras.
Using your what?
Inner mantras of like, air is healthy the way it is, oxygen is a blessing, my lungs are special, my heart deserves better, like mantras. And I want you to know that since the moment I sat down at the Schmidt Show, I have wanted to vape so intensely.
Oh, really?
Because it is taking me to a whole nother level of
well,
stress.
it's probably a mental remembrance thing. That's like the old.
Like,
yeah. Or when you when you go to when you quit drinking, you have to stop hanging in the same places.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
But
this
for
brings back
comedians,
memory.
it's not an option.
That's like when I used to go to Three Amigos. If I go sit, I don't go there much anymore. But when I'm sitting back, I'll instantly think about having a cigarette because I used to smoke back then.
Oh, at El Cid too, even by the beach.
Not El Cid, but Three Amigos
Oh,
here
yeah,
at this port.
Amigos.
Back when years ago when I started ships, I smoked cigarettes. But then when I go in there, I sit down and have a beer. I should have a cigarette. I'm like, no, I don't. I just have a mental thing.
Did you ever read The Easy Way to Quit Smoking, the book?
No.
Oh, it's kind of nice. It actually uses a backyard mental tactic. It teaches you about the tobacco industry.
Oh, cool.
And then it kind of goes into your brain and goes like, do you really want to fuel this industry?
Sure.
When A, B, C, and D are what they're really
Everything
after.
about how they lied to everybody early on, and paid doctors and paid them off.
So it's kind of nice. They show you like advertisements face to face. They show them what they are now, what they were back then, and it's not like, it's not meant to insult them. It's just meant to go like, this is the tactic we've learned is the easiest way to quit smoking. Is once your brain recognizes that it's advertisements
That makes
and
sense.
money, you can actually dissolve the addiction aspect of it. So that's what keeps me going. Where I'm not. To me, I'm only not doing the vape anymore because I'm done feeding the monster.
Right.
It's just a different version of the monster. The pina colada stuff is fun. I love that stuff.
Right.
But I can have a non-alcoholic pina colada and get that
Same flavor. Sure. Yeah, right.
So I just want to say that to the fans, mostly Ben, that I'm very proud of myself. That in these last couple of weeks I've quit. And
Good for you. That's great. Good for you.
not easy because when they lose your luggage, first thing you want to do, vape a pina colada mango.
Right. That's top of the list from what I understand. In fact, I heard they recommend that to you when they lose your
do. They're
luggage.
like,
We
"This is your
apologize.
stipend."
Here's your pack. Here's your cartridge.
Pete Buttigieg would like to know
Pete
which
Buttigieg-
flavor you
Is there
like.
a picture of him on the side with the thumbs up, holding the pineapple in one hand? Kind of a shrug. Yeah,
Running
what
late.
Are you gonna do?
Here's a vape. Pete Buttigieg, and I think he's still on paternity leave. But I think that's been like a kind of an ongoing issue. How do you feel about paternity leave for 2 male fathers? Paternity leave.
Is for an infant?
Yes. No,
Then-
for a 96-year-old geriatric.
Then no. But
Yes,
for an
for an
infant,
infant,
yeah,
they're infant.
I think for an infant, yeah, because it's not
How
so much
long-
about the parents; it's about the mental stability of the child.
How long do you think paternity leave should be?
Oh, that's the tough question.
Did you ever have paternity leave?
No, my ex did though.
She had maternity leave.
Sure, she had, and I think she got 2 or 3 months. I think on each.
2 or 3 months.
I think so. I think that was it.
I don't think that's long enough.
It's not long enough. It's not. It should be longer because
Yeah.
infants are. I mean, until they're 1, then they start walking around.
Yeah.
But then even they're 2 and they're a little crazy. I mean, paternity leave really should almost be a year.
Yeah. I think a year.
Yeah.
I think for boys, 2 years because you're going to spend the first year bonding them to your body and their
Yeah.
brain, and then you're going to spend the second year trying to hide your gun from them.
Right.
Because it's mostly boys that will always go for like the shooting, the bang, bang, bang.
Yeah.
So I think that they need 2 years of both the mother and the father. I don't know in what luxury world that could ever exist. Maybe Portugal.
There's other world, like when I was noticed, like you mentioned Portugal, I spent some time in Denmark when I used to do the shifts over there. And,
Tack för allt du helbrig mig.
Is that Denmarkish? I can't speak Denmarkish.
Danish.
Okay.
And that means thank
we call
you
it
for
Denmarkish
healing.
over at my house.
No, you don't. No one does. There's not one person that does.
No one does. Stop doing that. No one does. But one thing I noticed about Denmark, conversation came up. Oh, you know what? The guy that was taking me in the cab on Grand Cayman yesterday or whatever.
Was his name John?
No.
Oh.
But the traffic was crazy, right? It's insane.
It's pretty insane, but
and we're
not
talking,
crazy.
and the guy's talking about all the cars. He's like, well, these cars. He's like, everybody's got a car.
Did he tell you about the fatality that happened on the island?
No, he did not.
Oh.
But he was talking about how it's just a matter of time. There's too many cars and all this stuff. And I mentioned, we started talking about there shouldn't be so many cars, transportation. And I had mentioned when I was in Denmark, where they speak
Bicycles.
Denmarkian, they think about. It's hard to get a car. It's very difficult for you to buy a car in Denmark.
Yeah,
you can get
for
one.
rightful reason.
Yeah, but
it's highly taxed.
Everyone,
too.
They have like a real good bus system. Bikes everywhere.
Bicycles.
People walk.
I bicycled in the winter.
And also, there's like no stress in that city. Like when I was there, you walk around.
Because the hashish is so good.
Well, no, it's not about the drugs. The what?
Hashish, it's legal.
Oh, okay. Besides that, I was going more. There's no mental stress of rushing around and trying to get ahead.
Yeah, you can walk that country in 45 minutes. Well, that city.
Yeah.
In Copenhagen.
It's a country where Sunday everything's closed.
Not bars, not restaurants.
No. But a lot of the market, establishments.
Yeah, no, it's very laid back there. It's also, it's also a part of the Netherlands culture. It's Norway is sort of similar. Norway, Amsterdam, Netherlands in general. That's why I like Bonaire.
Yeah.
Bonaire on our cruising ports is a Netherland-like island, and it's under Dutch rule.
Okay.
So like a Caribbean island with blonde-haired, blue-eyed people.
Okay,
wow. Your
right
people's favorite.
My people.
Well, you've been to Bonaire, yeah?
I have not been to Bonaire.
Oh,
I know I have not been to Bonaire.
Bonaire. It's on one of our. I think Horizon goes. I think Spirit goes. Oh, sorry.
Spirit. Whatever.
Yeah, but it's also live. Ben, don't tell anybody.
They don't want to know.
And they also don't know the brand. But it's nice because it's like its own Dutch Caribbean island.
Well, they just did a study too. They're just recently. They just did out last week.
Dr. David Dow did?
No, I don't know if it was him, but it was a study in Europe.
That's the Vietnamese guy.
Shh, I'm pointing to you. Shut up. I'm pointing to you. I smell a cigarette now. I smell a cigarette.
Oh, I do too. I hate it.
Oh my God, they came out of nowhere.
I hate it.
Oh my God, someone's smoking. Kill them. Kill them. Over there's the smoking area. No one was smoking until you mentioned cigarettes.
By the way, it was 15 minutes ago.
Somebody
15 minutes ago.
I heard the word cigarette.
Oh, it's going right in my nostrils. All right, go ahead.
There was a study about the 4-day work week.
Oh, yeah, I was hoping.
Yeah,
and
they did a study in England, and they came back with all the numbers. And the numbers are, of course, they're ridiculous.
You get so much done.
Yeah.
And you don't have to provide electricity.
Yeah.
2 extra more days. And you're
and you
empowered.
lose a day of transit and transportation. And I mean, think about it. If you had 3 days off, you'd have to go to and from. You know what I mean? There's a million options there. This is all things we'll never do here in this country, though.
Well, I mean, that's why moving is the
right.
I'm not waiting for this to flip over.
It's not going to flip over.
It's never going to flip over.
This country is going to be filled. It's going to be eventually. It's going to be a 6-day work week. Retirement's going to be 90, and everyone's going to have a gun.
I know.
That's what this country's going to be like.
It's so true.
Yeah.
That's why I'm done with it. Because if they're going to move that retirement to 90, I mean, you are dead. And you're doing it just for what, like $1,300 a month or something?
Yeah, it's not that much money.
It's like not even that much. It's just enough for you to like go and get dinner with your family. I smell a cigar now.
I brought a cigar with me. All right, let's wrap this up.
Yeah,
We've been over.
Yeah, sorry. Do you guys have any questions?
Yeah, do you have Ben, do you have a question?
Ben, do you have any other questions?
I'm almost positive Ben is the only viewer we have. Ben, you were great, man. I can't thank you enough for being here today.
Yeah, and also, just so you know, Ben, I will leave him. Before he packs all this stuff up. I will be the most gone. I'm not waiting for him to pack any of it up.
Yeah, she's going to run right out of here.
Yeah, I'm headed out.
She's gone.
It's going to storm soon.
I'm going to pack up my shit, and I'll probably forget a hard drive here. Get back to the ship.
More blender.
Whatever. All right, man. We're going to wrap it up. I do have the closing video. Oh, I did have the closing video.
Should we get more steak tacos? They
Thinking
were
about
so
it.
good. Right, were you really?
Yeah, my God. I might have a drink, but not that. I'm a little Micheladed out. They put too much whatever. We got to go, guys. Thank you. If you watched the whole video after it's been edited, then you really love the show. So like it, and then subscribe to the channel, and you can join the Patreon for money if you want. And everything on the channel's free, unless you want to pay. There's a link in the bio that you can pay. JC Coccoli, folks, go to check her out on Instagram. Send her a message. Ask her if she's single.
Yeah,
she appreciates that.
The more the merrier.
Please reach out to her. Give her a business proposal and then throw the single thing in there. Say like, hey, I saw your work. I think you're brilliant. I like what you have to say. We should collaborate on some stuff.
Are you single?
Send me a naked picture.
Yeah.
Do that. And she'll appreciate that.
I love every moment of it.
I'll close out before she punches me in the face. Thank you. Bye, guys. Thank you.
What a total Schmidt show.